Hello, my name is Mike Pfaff, and this is my YouTube channel, Living in the Illusion. Now, as usual, I still have on my whiteboard what we talked about last time. And it'll be a little review because this is going to segue right into what we're going to talk about today. So here's what we talked about. Ultimately, everything is interconnected. A very powerful truth. Everything is interconnected. And I spent a lot of time talking about how we are interconnected, but on a conscious level, we feel that we're separated. We have separated things, separated objects, separated you from me. So we, on a conscious level, we think, wow, everything is separated. Nothing's connected. But on a subconscious level, on a deeper level, everything is interconnected. We just don't recognize it because we have been programmed to believe that everything is separate and we have free will. We can make decisions irregardless of what else is going on around us. And of course, we can't. But we believe we can until we find out daily that we can't. So everything is interconnected and dancing together. And I mentioned 3 of the Hermetic principles. And I just want to mention them again to see how they're all interrelated to how we are connected. And they are, I also suggested that you look these up on YouTube or on Google or some other place. The Hermetic principles of self-mastery. And the ones we were concerned about was correspondence, vibration, and cause and effect. And they were written up in the description of the last video. And I'll reference that video up here. So, correspondence. As above, so below. As within, so without. Vibration. Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. Dancing. Together. Cause and effect. For every effect, for every object you see, there is a cause. Underneath, on a deeper level, underneath the illusion, you're the cause. Oh, so this was quite interesting. And I hope you found it was interesting because in the egoic world, we don't think this way. So now, in a moment, we're going to go, our little diagram as a metaphor. Your body, everything in your body is interconnected. All the systems. There are no holes in the body. There are no holes in the body. There's no vacuum. Everything is filled. Everything is moving and dancing together. Nothing is stationary. Vibration. Everything is moving. Everything has a cause. When one system does this, another system does that. It's all interrelated. As above, so below. As within the body, so without the body. and we expanded the body into the globe, into the world. And I wanted you to imagine that the earth is a living organism, and all its parts are interrelated, just like inside the body. So that's what we talked about last time. Now this time, we're going to talk about something different. And this is our subject for this video. And again, I'll read it off of here because I shortened it a little bit. And here's what it is. Scary. Is there free will in the illusion? Is there free will in the illusion? Now again, we're living in an illusion. So I started a little diagram here. I hope you can see it. Now, basically, not quite, but it's supposed to represent, now I'm going to hold this up. I'll also put it on here when I edit the video so you can see it. But this is the the flower of life. You see the interrelated circles? All of them interconnected, all of them connected and moving together. They're not separate. You're not separate. I'm not separate. We're all interconnected. We're all part of the living universe that I call consciousness. So this is supposed to kind of represent this. And and I have action here. So as you move, everything else moves. Everything else moves around so that you can have the belief that you are making individual free will decisions. And you can't and you don't. But you will believe you can and you do. Isn't that exciting? So, and there's a lot on, particularly, I don't know, I must just run into it, on YouTube about do we have free will? And there's all kinds of ways of explaining it. My way is, the way I just explained it from the last video, everything's interconnected. You can't make a move independently. It doesn't matter if you think you're by yourself, but you are within the environment, wherever that is, in relationship, in the forest, at your work. You're always interrelated and you're always communicating. And so when you move in a certain direction, the whole universe, a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit some other place, has to move to stay in balance so that this tapestry of consciousness doesn't have holes in it. Doesn't have vacuum, little spots where nothing is. Infinity everywhere. Now, another thing, if you look on YouTube, another conundrum. That's a puzzle. Another conundrum around mathematics. Because now they say, oh, we can have double infinity. Triple infinity. And what they're doing is manipulating mathematics to satisfy what they want. So we haven't got into that. how we create the mathematics to satisfy what we believe. Scientists do this all the time. They don't think they are because they're very scientific. But what they do is they come up with a theory and they test it. Like, let's just pick Einstein's theory of E equals mc squared. Now, without him, without Einstein going through a thought experiment, riding on the edge of a light wave, whoosh, and getting that thought, that concept. See, he didn't just sit down with a blank piece of paper and say, oh, well, okay, let's make a formula that's going to work. No. Ancient wisdom. First, the thought, then the action, and then you develop what you need to satisfy the action in your experiment, whether it is a physical experiment or a thought experiment. Euclidean geometry was the same way. He came up with, Euclid come up with all these things, and then he created, because there wasn't one before, created the mathematics that satisfied what he thought. First the thought, and then the action. Now, we don't think about that. We say, oh, no, the mathematics, that's fundamental. No. Consciousness is fundamental. We create the mathematics to satisfy what we need to justify what we believe. Of course, in the illusion, we don't think that way. In the egoic world, we think, no, the mathematics, we can't have anything unless we can prove it by mathematics. Until you turn it around 180 degrees and say, well, I have this thought, and now I create the mathematics to justify it. Oh, I'm going to get some remarks on that. So, this is what we have. The flower of life. Everything is interconnected. Free will. Consciousness, which is fundamental, has will. We have the illusion that we have free will. And doesn't it seem so real? By the way, this also ties into another video, and I'll try to reference it here, that all of your memories that you hold are all interrelated too. And your current memory, which is of this video, maybe, is the way it is because all your other memories that are all interconnected are the way they are. Isn't that exciting? That's another exciting thing that we don't think about. So if you have a memory, now picture a memory in here. I'll have another insert in here. I think it's from my first book about how memories are hung together. And when each new memory is the way it is because all the memories before and the belief system is the way it is. Now, if down inside this matrix which is what it is, inside this matrix, in the middle, you have a memory, and you heal it because it's a negative memory. As you heal it, as you change that memory, all the memories above that have to change because they were all predicated on how you had this memory when it was brand new. So they all have to change. Now look again. All the memories below that are affected too. And so they're all interconnected. And as you change one memory, you shift your whole matrix. If you change the memory positively, your whole world shifts positively. If you change it negatively, guess what you're gonna get? Well, so now let's us look at the Course in Miracles and see what it says about this subject. And today we are having an Earl Grey tea. It's a fusion because I had a little Earl Grey left over, and I also had some green tea with cherries. So I got a little fusion here. Now, what does the Course say? In my own mind, behind all the insane thinking of separation and attack, is the knowledge that all is one forever. That all is one forever. We are all one behind the egoic world, which is our insane thoughts of separation and attack. Behind that, all is one, which means it's interconnected. It's all interconnected. And you can't separate it. As you move, I know it doesn't seem that way in the conscious level. As you move or turn the television or your computer on or off, subscribe or dislike, all of that affects me in some degree. And you getting up and do that affects the environment around you. You can't, in the illusion, it is difficult to see the connectedness. But when you step behind it, when you begin to recognize you are in an illusion, then you can say, all is connected. All is one forever. We're all embedded in consciousness. Consciousness wills. Give that some thought. Be good to yourself. And we look forward to seeing you again right here in the illusion. Bye now.